In 1990, a very small, fragile young woman comes to the office door and holds on to the door jamb. And she says, I'm a new student, you're my advisor. I have muscular dystrophy. I realize I don't have very long, but I want to take a full set of courses, go on co-op, and if possible, go on AEA. I see her occasionally, talk about how things are going. She's loving every minute of it, but getting noticeably weaker. I talk to her mom, see her at the end of the quarter. She says she might not make it, but she's going to take her co-op. I don't hear anything from her, nor do I hear anything from co-op. She doesn't return, and I quickly forget her name. In 2001, I'm already retired, but I still have an office, and a young man appears and he says, "Remember me, Bill? 15 years ago, I took your course, Violence and Nonviolence. In our final evaluation, you said you figured I had earned about 2 out of 5 credits. I told you I had to have 5 credits to graduate. You stuck to 2. I was so enraged I almost killed you, and you didn't know it, but I had a weapon. I thank you for sticking to your position. I had to come to terms with myself. I am a recovering addict. In 2006, President Steve Lowry calls me and he wants me to do the graduation invocation. Steve, I say, we haven't had an invocation at secular Antioch since 1967. Steve says, I was a speaker at Coretta Scott King's funeral, and I invited her minister to come and give the graduation talk. We need a graduation invocation. Well, okay, if it can be completely non-theistic. Anything you want. So I go and sit on the graduation mound, and my companion, my recent companion, is the Muhammad that I have discovered the last few years in the Quran. I hear voices around me, and I do the graduation invocation. And in 2009, just last year, Matt Durr asks me for the new college and the university to do a invocation and benediction, open and close, at this moment when the college is separating from the university after some long, painful, and somewhat joyful experiences. So on an early fall morning, I sit on the front steps of the old front steps of the main building, watch the sun come up, go down into the glen. And later that day, I sit on the new steps and I watch the sun set on the bronze plaque that talks about Antioch College. And I think about how this is just another of many, many important changes. And finally, Matt Dirk calls me about a month ago and asks if I can come to a meeting with Jennifer Berman. He springs this idea that the two of us work together to put together a task force on community and community governance. A great deal of time has been spent on the new curriculum and co-op, but community has been sort of forgotten about. And I'm unable to say anything but yes. And that winds it up. And I thank you very much. Actually, I hope there are no questions, but I hope there's discussion. And go away. Go to it.
Microphone live? Yes. Well, my name is Frank Brower. I don't think we've officially met, but I think I heard, I'm checking to see if this is true, a couple of weeks ago or 3 or 4, that you have been teaching until recently a course in which students read both the Bible and the Quran. And that caught my attention. I hope it's true, and if so, I salute you. Is it true?
That's fine. Do you want to reply?
I tried to reach you this morning. It seems like your phone number has changed. I have a couple more ideas. I personally want to thank you for all that you've done, and particularly as the college has moved further and further into not just independence, but being independent. Your advice to me and your thoughtful words are always welcome. Thank you.
Well, so many people have said it today. Maybe in a way it's redundant for me to say it, but having the privilege of the microphone, I want to say what a pleasure it is to have somebody like Matt Durr leading us from the past into the future.